All right, keys 1, this is what you're going to be doing for Back to Life by Hillsong Young and Free. So first things first is the sound. So obviously we don't have the exact sound that they use, so we're going to do our best to match it as close as possible. I think the one that it matches closest is a setting called Electronic Games, or E-Games, whichever keyboard you're on. I believe on the keys 1 keyboard, they're in the favorites as Electronic Games. But whenever it's just normal, it sounds like this when you hold it, and I know that the tutorial is just saying to just hold the chord changes, but we can't do that. We're gonna have to emulate the pulsing sound ourselves. So since that doesn't work, and then this is a little bit too harsh, and the notes don't really like to play together on this setting. So I messed with some rhythm patterns and reverb type stuff. I'm gonna see if I can do that on the keys 1 keyboard to make it sound like this, but this is essentially what it ended up sounding like, and I thought that it sounded the best. So I'll see what I can do about that for keys 1. Otherwise, we'll just use another sound if it doesn't sound right. So essentially what the left hand is doing, it's basically the same thing the whole song, just minus a couple little rhythm changes. So the left hand is starting with an A flat and an E flat, and then down to a C and a G, and then down to an E flat, and then to a B flat and an F. And then there's a pause, and then you do the B flat again. So it's like this. Pause. Okay, so then the right hand is keeping the B flat the whole time and then just moving this right finger over here. So B flat and an E flat, down to the D, and then a B flat and an F. Okay, so both together. I'll do it kind of slow at first. Yeah. And it starts over again. So that's kind of the regular tempo. So a lot slower is pause. So the only time that the rhythm changes is you'll have to listen to the actual recording and kind of compare where you're doing this, but there are a couple of times at the end of a verse or something that it'll go. So it'll hold out this one a lot longer, you know what I mean? So it kind of alternates back and forth like that. So please practice this, practice the pulsing rhythm, and then practice with the recording and make sure that you're holding out those chords out long enough on where they actually happen. So please make sure that you're doing that. And you can also watch the tutorial that they have on worshiponline.com. To get a little bit more details on that. The only thing that you can't practice until you get there is the sound. And I will try to figure out the settings and stuff like that to get it as close to this sound that I came up with as possible. Otherwise, we'll just use another sound, and you can ask your band director about that. All right, we'll see you soon.